arriving to tend to his fields. For 24-year-old Tariq Mahrous, farming is in his blood. His family has been working these rich lands for generations. He may be poor, but he's never known hunger.
We grow all kinds of things here in the fields. For example, garlic, peas, onions, or squash. Basically, enough food to take home.
Fields like this along the Nile have provided Egypt with an abundance of food for centuries, giving farmers the experience to tend to the land properly. But that's not the case for Egypt's African neighbors, many of which go from one food crisis to another. Now, Egypt is being asked to export some of its know-how to stave off future food crises on the continent. A major cause of food insecurity in developing countries is poverty. Sub-Saharan Africa is a prime example. Civil war, corruption, drought, and HIV/AIDS have all hampered its ability to break the cycle of desperation and dependence. Which is why leaders of the African Union met in Addis Ababa recently. They approved a joint plan of action to combat chronic hunger among Africa's most needy nations. All agree urgent help is needed, but they also insist all countries in the region must improve their own productivity and production. Perpetual aid is not the answer.
Water and land are available in Africa. With cooperation, coordination, and complementation, this region, the African and Arab world, can solve the food shortage problem in 5 years.
Only 4% of arable land in Africa and the Arab world is irrigated. Most rely on rainfall, a highly inconsistent and volatile source of water. Egypt is well positioned to help.
Egypt has one of the oldest irrigation systems in the world. Its vast experience in this field is being sought out and exported both inside and outside the Nile Basin to help its African neighbors.
Packing after a long day. Tariq will take the day's harvest of alfalfa home to his kettle. He'll sell what he doesn't need. An enviable position for any small farmer. A long road ahead for scores of his African counterparts. el-Kahky, Jazeera, Egyptian Delta.